Welcome back, everybody, and we are back with another video. Welcome back to Behind the Voice with Stan, and today we've got someone that says, I think everybody knows. People's not going to even take note of me now talking the whole time.
It's the pink jacket. It's just very bright.
But today we have Annette Botha with us. I think previously was Annette Botha.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
See?
Well done. ETV days. ETV days, yeah.
Annette Venter. But it's Annette Botha. Welcome, Annette.
Thank you,
How
Stan.
are you?
No, I'm good. It's a beautiful day, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to have you. Thank you for availing yourself.
It's a
I know you are very, very busy, but we do appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
So I want to get right back into it because I think the viewers want to know what the weather is today. So
It's a good question.
who is Annette Botha?
Firstly, I'm a child of God, and I'm a mom, and I'm a wife, and then I'm a qualified meteorologist. So that comes last.
See, that word, I struggle with that word. I can't get to that.
Tongue twist, eh?
I can't get to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, how did you get into
What I do.
this? What you do? Because it's very interesting.
Very. Stan, honestly, I didn't even know you can study meteorology when I grew up. I was in love with maths, so just always thought I'll go in the direction of maths. And at university, I also even studied BSc mathematics, so I've got a full degree in maths.
Sure. What's 1 plus 1?
-1? No, I'm joking. And while studying, you have to run a few BSc subjects at the same time. So it's more maths and then physics, which entails your physical science and also chemistry. And I just didn't do very well with the chemistry side of science, which is a different type of brain as well. Yeah. So then someone just said, well, why don't you take meteorology as an extra subject? And because it's very more...
But isn't that two different worlds?
It's very mathematical. Extremely.
okay,
I mean, just think of our atmosphere. It's how complex it is to put it together. So it's extremely more statistical, mathematical, and physical mathematical.
So sorry to break a word
No,
there,
go for
but
it.
even wouldn't that also be part of geography then?
Geography plays a big role, massive. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, you need to know your geography to be able to apply the maths.
Yes, yeah.
So it's a combination of both.
I understand.
Definitely, yeah. So then I took it as an extra subject, completely fell in love with the degree, and then did my honours on top of that. So yeah, that's how I got there.
So I must just share something that my daughter. She's 12, she's 13, she turned 13. She watches
What's
this.
her name?
Her name is Cassidy.
Hey, Cassidy.
And she actually came in the top 15 in Western Cape for maths. So I must just put it there.
Way to go.
Anyway, I'm just putting it there.
You please do. I mean, that's amazing.
I don't know where she gets it from.
Congrats, Papa.
So, but anyway, it's not about.
She's got a bright future here.
Yes, no, she's quite clever, and thank God for that. That she's got a brain on her. But so do you, and that's why we're here. So for someone that's living in different areas, in just remember, for those who don't know, she does the weather on Vox Weather.
Yeah. Follow us, like us, share us.
No, they will. They have
like
to.
Stan's podcast as well.
So you do this, and for those who have never heard of it, because I'm sure there is a lot of people that there's not heard of it, and they're like, "What's this?" Because normally when you watch the weather, you watch on news. You watch. I don't want to mention any, but you watch the news and you'll see there's weather. But for those who don't know, where you guys come from, how did this all happen?
Very interesting story. So, fresh out of university, I saw there's a job opening at ETV, ENCA, for a broadcasting meteorologist. So that's doing the weather and presenting the weather.
Okay.
So I just thought, I wasn't qualified yet, but I just thought, I'm just going to submit my CV, see what happens. And I did. And they were like, listen, we want you to start as soon as you're done with your degree. So I finished my degree on the Thursday, and I started in Cape Town. Go drink your coffee. And I started in Cape Town the Monday. So fresh out, I didn't even have time to think about it. I was here in Cape Town on my own, started working for ENC and ETV. I was there for at least 5 to 6 years, and then they decided to close down the weather department, which was a very emotional time, and also I think I think back to that, and I think it's what I needed. In some way, it definitely shook my identity, and it was a very public, public, as well announcement when they closed the department. So
but isn't that part of the structure of news? The weather department. That's like the part of the foundation of it. At a certain point when it ends, you're waiting for the weather. That's what
So they went back to just showing static numbers like you get on your phone every day. So that was a very tough time in my life, obviously, because it was such a public thing that happened to all of us. And I thought I was done with the weather, and I'm not going to do it ever again. I actually even did my Norse, which is basically the degree on top of your maths to be able to go and give class at schools and universities. And I thought that's what I'm going to do. Even got involved with an NGO that went out to like Paarl and those areas to give like extra classes to matriculants. I've got a passion for that as well. Sure. And then the CEO of Vox contacted me on LinkedIn, and he told me, listen, this weather is it's not going. What's going on? Can we bring back the weather? And I thought about it, and me and Devil thought like, we can do this, but we want to do it our way. We want to do it the proper way. We pitched it to him to distribute it as a social media channel. And mainly online, and mainly gets to your social platform, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of that, and TikTok now as well. That's how it started, Stan. But then it just blew up from there, and we just basically got a really good name, and really fast, really, really solid following.
Guys, if I need to know the weather, I go onto YouTube. I just put in Vox. It picks up already because I always search. Then I go and watch. That's how I get my weather. So if you don't know, I don't look at my phone. I actually go and support by watching that.
Thanks, Stan.
Because it also helps as well to the platform. Guys, you don't understand. If you watch the stuff, it helps the algorithm. So they can share it more.
Yes, listen to this man. He's very clever.
Not as clever as degrees here with maths, but
streetwise clever, and all this technology clever. That's you.
Thank you. I take the compliment. So what is different about Vox Weather?
I think it's because we do make it personal. It's not just, I'm not competing against your app on your phone. You can go get your temperatures and see where's the chance of rain or whatever. It's not the same. We want to give you the bigger picture, Stan. We want to tell you about these systems. What is a cold front? When is it going to come? Which areas are going to be impacted the worst? That's where we get to ground level. Where we talk about whether people are on the ground. It's not just, you're going to get wet. No, buddy. This is a very strong cold front. It's going to make landfall at 2 p.m. And more than 50 millimeters going to fall in 3 hours. Strong winds of gust of more than 100 kilometers per hour could cause some damages. So we want to really go down to ground level and make it personal. And that's what we want to do. We give the bigger picture that not only helps me and you, but the agricultural sector, the government sector, everyone can get something out of it that's going to give them a picture of our
and it's more of a preparation for everybody that is listening to the point where, I know what's coming. I need to prepare for what's coming. And you can't really do that if you're watching something static. You're sitting there watching there's numbers, but nobody's telling me what I should look out for. Nobody's saying, listen, this is actually serious. I watch even when you guys do your short little TikToks as well. So, and you're pointing to the screen. I watch it, so guys, I do follow. But anyway, but I watch all of these things, and believe it or not, I'm always fascinated by a lot of things, and weather patterns is actually something that actually fascinates me. I'm always watching, and I look at the map, and you can see these cold fronts coming after each other, and then I'm like, but that one is catching up with that one, so it could become a bigger cold front. It could be more intense. So I watch all of these things that people don't know. So there's certain things that I do and that interests me. And I try to teach my child, but then she's like, no.
She'll get there.
I don't want to hear.
I think you're our next recruitment. Stan doing the weather live.
Listen, rather leave it to the professionals. That's fine. So I think you touched a little bit on it there with the standard of weather apps. And the difference between, so what would be the main difference you would say between Vox Weather and your weather apps.
Yeah.
Besides having a human being standing there.
Yes, besides the actual person presenting the weather and telling you what's going to happen.
Exactly.
So your apps is just what we call a weather model. So it's an output of what a very strong driven computer has computed of the atmosphere and what's going to happen. It takes in a few things like your satellite and your observations and your model data, and then it compiles and it gives you a forecast. And every single app sometimes even uses different models. So you're not sure which one is better for which area. So where we come in is that we've got that skill where we've known the area, we know the topography, we know how it's going to change, we know which models are better where. So we do our own interpretation and our own forecast every single day from our own knowledge. And also obviously expertise. So that's where the major difference is. It's more about we're here and we understand South Africa's weather and we give you the most accurate weather according to our knowledge.
Let me just say that it's better. Anyway, it's better to do it that way.
It takes more time, but it's worth the effort.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing again. It's the interaction. That's for me. It's that it's rather, maybe I'm old school. And newer people, the younger people, just want to see, okay, that's the weather. They don't.
That's what you think, but we've got a massive young following on TikTok.
Oh, that's
people
good. That's
love
good.
watching us present the weather and giving them the information in a more understandable manner. You know, so I don't think it's dying out. I think
that's good.
Definitely,
that's good.
the interest is there, and we're seeing it growing every day. Yeah.
No, that's great, and obviously, hopefully, once people listen to this and they actually get some input from your side. That they will start like, yes, but who is this Vox Weather? And start following.
VOX Weather,
It's going to help. It's going to help.
Thanks,
so what is the biggest myth about weather forecasting you wish you could debunk for good?
For good. There's a few. So firstly, usually people would be like, oh, you had the weather wrong. My app said it's going to rain and it didn't rain. So it's again back to the other points is you can't compare your app to us meteorologists. There's not a meteorologist that did that forecast on your phone. That's a raw model data. So if your phone says it's going to rain and it doesn't, please don't blame me.
That happens a lot to me. I look at, but it's not raining. Why does it say it's raining?
So that's a big one. Obviously, and the next one is most people think we've got a script and we read the weather every day, which is not true. Obviously, because we are qualified meteorologists and we do the forecast every day. You were just in our studio now. It's all just screens. You just see a reflection of yourself.
I needed to find out where
it's mirrored and everything. It's got the green screen and the two screens on the side and the camera. I'm sure Stan will put in some behind the scenes footage in this.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah, and then
I'll show it now.
And then we stand and we present the weather without a script according to our forecast that we put out for the day. So it's unscripted. It's your weather story every single day.
So basically, you're saying that you prepare the weather, or you prepare what you're going to speak about, and it's on the fly.
On the fly every day.
Now I found a new respect for you now.
we'll give you a done. You can try it once.
Look, the thing is that I will be very honest with you. Sometimes most of our podcasts that we do, it's more of a conversational piece where most of us on the fly, and it's all to get to know the person. Sometimes when it's too structured, it gets to a point where you're not getting to know the person. So you have your line of questions, yes, but sometimes there's some certain wording that comes out that, okay, let's touch a little bit on this and that. But anyway, it's not about me, it's about you.
No, but I like how you do it. It feels comfortable. Yeah.
That's the thing, and that's all that we want. But most importantly, we obviously want to know about you. Right? South Africa's weather. And I speak about this because we've got the way South Africa is situated. It's it's so diverse in the climate itself.
Yes.
And it's so interesting is because that the Great Escarpment, right up, that blocks so much of I would say, I can't use your terms now, but the wind that comes into that
moisture,
it stops it, and then it can't go over the mountain. But then on the other side, you get Sutherland. That is ice cold in winter. That is one of the coldest places in South Africa.
One of the coldest cities, the coldest place in South Africa is in the Eastern Cape called Buffelsfontein.
You see, we learn something. You see, and you don't have to pay for that.
Yeah.
It's fine, that's for free. So Buffelsfontein is the coldest place.
Coldest station that's measured the coldest temperature in South Africa, minus 19.
I want to go there when it's minus 19.
No, you don't want to.
But one thing besides, sorry, Min, there's another thing that I'm thinking about. There's one thing that I love about Cape Town's weather, and that's the wind.
You, the first person
In
that's
Cape
ever
Town,
said that.
because it's funny. When the wind goes through the buildings and people's grabbing onto things, it's
for your own
hilarious.
entertainment.
I love it. It's
funny.
And then when you get people, family that visits you and they come and it's so windy because Joburg there's hardly wind.
Yeah.
And they come and visit and it's just breeze and we're like, no, there's not wind.
No, then we're like, oh, this is a very fresh breeze.
This is so
like,
nice.
Yo.
Like, no, this is windy. But anyway, you see, I'm going off track now because I love weather. But anyway, so you deal with a lot of data every day, right? And like you said, you have your talk and you go on the fly and you speak. So now I know that when I see the weather again, I'm like, this is not scripted. They're just talking that, but it's so interesting and you know what to say and how to say it, right? But now you deal with a lot of data every day. What climate or weather trend in the Western Cape should we all be paying attention to right now?
Right now, I think the biggest one is the lack in fronts that we've had this winter. I mean, we all remember the strong front that we had in May that brought the flooding and the extreme rainfall.
And then it just stopped.
And I think it's the variation in rainfall and the variability in rainfall is definitely changing in the Western Cape. So that's the thing. When the fronts come, they might be very strong and heavy rainfall in one isolated area, but they are much more far and few in between than they used to be. Looking at trends, we can see that our rainfall over the past more than a few decades have definitely decreased a bit. That doesn't say we're not going to get any rain, but I think we just need to realize that we are an area of the Western Cape that is going to get less rain going forward, so we need to make provision for that. And
do you think it's enough for now? Do you think it's still enough?
The thing is that I believe there will always be enough. I'm sure we'll always have seasons that's going to be heavy, some seasons less rain, some seasons again. I think we just should be clever about just always trying to do your bits and saving and trying to be, because I think it's more about our population is growing. So there's more a need for water and all of that. And obviously they're deforesting some areas, which is keeping some of the moisture in, especially the ground. So it's just a whole bigger picture. I think we should just all try and do our part. And that's just normal. Just try not more money water more. And be conservative and just that's all I can say. Just be on the lookout for that.
I have noticed, like I said, I watch the weather. My daughter and my wife asked me, what's the weather tomorrow? Then I'm answering.
And you're like, no.
No, it's not raining. Don't worry, it's going to be warm. You don't need a jacket. It's fine.
It's cute.
So they always ask me.
You sound like my husband. Devil's like, what's the weather tomorrow? I'm like, I'll tell you now. Let me just think.
But you should actually just have a screen there and show him.
I should be like, didn't you watch my weather last night?
So I've noticed also that a lot of the cold fronts, it's pushed further down, further south, right? And it's passing the country. So is that because of, I don't know if you're fascinated by it, by the El Nino? Is it because of that we are getting that the weather is changing?
Very interesting question. And to answer that in a short way is that actually what few people know is that El Nino has no impact on the Western Cape's weather.
Sure.
Not scientifically, no. There's not been enough research that it's got a factual impact on our weather patterns. There's other factors that play a role. So El Nino usually has an influence on over the eastern part of South Africa, so the summer rainfall regions. They will get a much drier and warmer summer.
So like Joburg and...
Yes, so basically Free State and Eastward and those areas. So the Western Cape gets influenced by other bigger weather patterns like your Atlantic high pressure system this season is a big role player that's pushing the front south. Sometimes your ITCZ, which is the moisture line that's over the tropics, is moving not as up or down as it should for this season. That could play a role. The Angola flow there's a few things that can actually play a role in how our cold fronts reach the country and how strong they are. So, and it is El Nino is not a lot of influence on our weather, to be honest.
So that's quite interesting.
Yes,
and again, there's a lot of the things that you were saying that we hear every day on the weather, but just to actually sit down and have a conversation about it, it interests you even more. Because now I'm going to go home and then I'm going to go do research. Okay, what was this? What was that? So I like...
It trickles
I like those kind of things.
Curiosity.
So there's, like I said, our country is very diverse. And you've mentioned earlier on farmers, agriculture and stuff. What are 3 weather warnings or weather warning signs that farmers, event planners, or residents should never ignore?
I think it's important to know that a warning itself is important to take notice of. So always be on the lookout if there's a weather warning issued for an area, and they are obviously issued by the South African Weather Service, and we also reissue them on our channel. Just to keep in mind, obviously, like a weather warning is there to warn you for the chances of something happening, like heavy rainfall or flooding or hail or extremely strong winds. That doesn't mean it's definitely going to happen, but rather be prepared. Rather be safe than sorry, in that way. So any warning that's issued, and especially if it comes from a level 5 warning up to level 10, so we've got 10 levels, then I would definitely take heed and be like, okay, this is something we should look out for. And especially if we on our channel is making a point about this and being like, guys, this is not a joke, like this is heavy rain, we're seeing this coming, then I would definitely be prepared.
And that's the thing, is that I always go, and you know what, so when that warnings came out a couple of months ago, I Googled, or I went onto YouTube and I looked for Vox Weather to go and check what are you guys saying about this. And then it was saying the same thing. And then I was like, okay, this is a trusted source.
I love what you're saying now, Stan, because newspapers and online articles, they can just over-exaggerate so much when it comes to the weather. I mean, they're over-exaggerating this front that we're going to expect tomorrow. It is a very, very, very normal cold front tomorrow that's actually not even going to bring that much rain, sadly.
I was watching
but
that.
It's decent.
And I was like, okay, the size of it that I'm looking at, it's like, it doesn't really, doesn't add up to what you were saying.
It's clickbait news, just verify your sources before you
Vox Weather, Vox Weather, you see.
All those other articles saying monster front. Relax, buddy.
I saw, I'm not going to mention any names, but I saw on Facebook, there was this gentleman, he also speaks about the weather, and he showed this massive storm coming. And the one that's coming tomorrow, and I was looking and I was like, and it just went past, and I was like, no, man, it can't, this is not right. I know, I've seen enough patterns already to understand and know that, okay, now this is serious.
This is a serious one.
The last time that we had that huge front, the back of my garage, the sheeting was lifting. I was in the garage, literally in the middle of the night, throwing stuff on the roof
so that it
can stay there, because everything in the garage was getting wet, and I had to close that as well. Hectic. It was hectic. So the next morning when I woke up and I thought, okay, I can go to work, every road was flooded. Everything. The jungle gym, you saw the top of the jungle gym. That's how deep it was.
Wow.
So when you watch Vox Weather and they say, just watch out for this, please just heed.
All the other noise out there, leave it out.
So that's why you need to go and follow the page. They need to go and watch it, because it's
regular, accurate updates.
Yeah, exactly, that's the thing. So if you could get every South African to understand one thing, now I say South African because what you do speaks to the whole nation.
Yeah, it's a
That's the thing.
big question.
So if you could get every South African to understand one thing about weather, what would it be?
That we are not in charge. It's a forecast. It's not a promise. The weather can still change. We obviously give a forecast according to our knowledge and the best tools that we have. But that's not to say it's definitely going to happen and play out that way.
Yeah.
So, just don't. There's so many people online that are quite nasty. So, I mean, obviously, don't hold us accountable for every single small thing. We are also just scientists that's giving our best and the most accurate forecast out there.
But I mean, if you look at...
we're human.
But that's the thing. But if you look at if your weather apps, it says 80% chance. So now I'm looking at the 80% chance of rain. I don't tell the weather app, are you lying? I don't say anything. Oh, it's not raining. Okay, cool. The weather app said there's a chance of rain. But if you say it, and then I come, but you said.
I know. I know that's because it's a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
But then again, like I always say, it's a forecast, not a promise.
So there's one thing that I also kind of take note of. What I do is when weather is predicted, like when you would say that it will come through the evening. Wednesday evening, late Wednesday evening, because I watch the weather now. So late Wednesday evening, supposed a little bit of rain, and then tomorrow it's going to rain. But when I watch that, normally if they say 6 p.m. the evening, then normally it comes like 2 hours later, 3 hours later sometimes. But could it just be that the weather pattern has shifted a bit? Or is it always that there's a certain time for it, but it's always delayed?
That's why obviously we sway away from giving certain specific timing to cold fronts, because that's exactly what happens.
Yes.
It definitely, as the front approaches the Western Cape, it can either increase a bit with speed or decrease, and that can give you a 1 or 2 hour delay or 1 or 2 hour earlier for a landfall of a cold front. So I think it's better to say, a regional time of like afternoon or late afternoon or tomorrow morning, and then you won't be held accountable for like we said 6 a.m. the rain's coming, because it does. As every single front approaches the Western Cape, it can definitely slow down a bit or pick up some speed.
I feel like I'm sitting and there's a screen behind me and I'm talking about the weather. That's how I feel. But you know what, Annette, it's been a huge honor. Firstly, to have you on the platform. It's been a huge honor. I really appreciate the time that you have given. If there's anything that you would like to encourage the viewers with, especially if they would like to go in the same field that you're going into, what would your advice be to them?
I think my advice would be is to not be afraid to take chances. It's not just in my field, but what you do as well, Stan, is to put yourself out there and to chase your dreams and your passions and your hobbies. And God will do the rest. He will provide. He's there. He's our provider. We're not. We shouldn't put it on ourselves. So this stuff will change. Change is good. Change is always good. So don't be scared of change. And
the weather also changes.
The weather changes all the time. So and then just always be kind, I think, to people out there, because you don't know what they're going through.
I was speaking to someone earlier, and I was telling on the previous podcast that I had, I was telling them.
Was it a very handsome guy?
Let's not get into that. But yes, as you can hear, Botha. But he's very nice. He's very, very down to earth. So I know the reason why I got to get this interview is because I know her husband. But it's nice to see that when the two of you come together as a unit, it's beautiful to see that. And once you watch, because he's not here, so once you watch his podcast, there's some stuff he was saying there that you won't agree with him. When I said that he's very nice, it's just like, I don't think I need to agree.
I'm going to listen.
But for me, is that the two of you match one another. And you know, when God puts two people together, no man can take them apart.
Amen.
And you know, you are an encouragement to a lot of people out there that you don't know. That people watch and they see you there, but you don't know what impact you have on them. And when people see this, they get to know you a little bit more, and to see what happens behind the scenes, and you know, certain things that happen. I'm going to take some photos and I'll show it to you.
I'm
guys.
gonna let him take a video.
I'll take a video there, and then you know, then I can say I was also on TV.
Yeah.
I'm on TV now. Anyway,
Yeah.
but you know, thank you very much for who you are, and for the family that you have. There's not a lot of people that you can actually call on, that you know, that will actually respond in the way you and your husband has responded.
Thanks.
But you guys are, they're cool, man. They're nice.
Yeah, it's not the bad anyway.
You guys are very nice. And a lot of people don't know you personally. They see you on the screen and they judge you in a certain way. But hopefully this will put a lot of things to bed.
Yes.
And understand that you are all human beings. We are all human beings, and we go through our ups and downs. So with that, I want to say thank you very much. Appreciate the time that you have given to sit down with me on Behind the Voice with Stan. And hopefully we will have all the links and everything in the description so they can follow Vox Weather.
Yeah.
Very important, so they can follow. And is there any last words? Anything you want to say?
Yes, I've got last words. I also want to thank you and for what you do, and for just being yourself, and for making me feel comfortable today, and also bringing a voice to the behind the scenes person. I appreciate that.
Thank you very, very much. I didn't pay you to say that. She said that after. But thank you very much, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, follow the page, share the video as well to people that maybe want to know a little bit more about Annette or a little bit more about weather. And we will catch you next time.
Understand, basically we've got a remote that controls everything. It's pause, play, recording, so it's all on the fly. And as you can see, if I actually go into the forecast, there you go. It's all not unscripted, and basically that's how we present it. So we look here and then we're trying to, it seems like we're looking at the beach really. So now give it a go. Let's see if Stan can do it.
No, I can't.
Let's see if Stan can do it.
I can't. It's definitely not. This is in Afrikaans as well. So.
Roll it.
Yes, you see.
Where's that front?
Yeah, the cold front. So now if it's there, where do you stand? This side.
Yeah. You move.
But then you look.
On the other side. Yes.
Okay. I love there.
You love there, yes. Well done, you got that right.
Sutherland is up that way.
Yeah. So it's all mirrored. I think that's what makes it so interesting. So you kind of just do exactly where it's positioned. So you know, westerly winds blowing on the southern coastline, taking the bay, taking 16 degrees. Also a north-northwesterly wind that's going.
There's a mountain standing.
That's it.
But it's the thing for me is just that how many times do you practice just to get that?
Well,
because now
we're in it now, yeah.
That's why we leave it up to the professionals. That's it.
Thanks, Dad.